emergence. Fuck, why do I have to do 3? How's that fucking fair? Emergence. There are a bunch of tiles on the door that spell out emergence. Emergence, maybe it means we need to emerge out of here. Go into the door. Emerge means or escape from here. Do we need something in those tiles to open the door? No, fucked. Leave. Let's go here. Oh. Somebody made some wavy blue lines on this mirror with blue paint. Is that a drawing of a blue scarf? No, maybe not. They drew a wavy blue. There's no knob on the faucet. There's no way we can get water out of it like this. If we can find a knob or something that'll work on S1, then we should be able to get water out of this thing. Okay. Anything? It's just hanging from the wall. Well, if we're pulling the string, then it must be the toilet that it flushes. A moon. A moon? What a filthy, disgusting moon. Yeah, it's pretty filthy, but it's a precious hint. Let's remember it, alright? I refuse to touch this. I refuse. What the hell's wrong with you? I don't want to touch it, ever. This paper seems to be pretty old. Ew, how the hell can you touch that? It's horrible. Well, it's not like it's really I've really got a choice, do I? It's not like I want to. It's a string. Okay, anything on the bed? A towel. The bed looks cold. Pretty sure you'd freeze to death in the winter. No kidding. If I tried to sleep here, my skin would dry out in no time. Well, it's not like you're that young anymore. That shouldn't really matter. My, Junpei, aren't you lucky? Seems you'll die before you have a chance to grow old and hideous. I'm sorry, you're right. Dry skin is a woman's worst enemy. God damn it. How old is she? Looks like this is part of the design of the towel. Do you think that means anything? On the towel, it looks like the water is flowing from the river to the spring. Do you think that means we need to make water flow from here? Need a knob. Oh, look, a knob. That's nothing, there's nothing in the drawer. Yeah, something's not right though. That handle on the drawer doesn't really fit, you know? It just looks messy. Why don't you take it out? Center room drawer. I need something to just pull it off. Oh, hello. Let's go through here. Oh, a little spring. The picture on the mirror, there's one in the next room too. Maybe I should see how the one relates to the towel. Maybe that'll help. Hell, it's not like I can make the situation any worse. So there's a spring at the bottom of the river. Yeah, I guess I can see that. You talking about the towel you got? Yeah, I guess it does look a little like that thing on the mirror. Yeah, the spring on the towel has got to be indicating the picture on this mirror. And the mirror is indicating the spring, right? But the picture looks like a spring with water and the sink's all dried out. Oh. There's a little tile in the drain. Doesn't look like we're gonna be able to pull it out of there. Might have to use our heads on this one. Alright, let's figure out this thing out. Huh? Looks like the water doesn't work. It doesn't matter how much 7 turns the thing, no water's coming out. Is the water been shut off from somewhere else? Let's look over here. Ah, sun. Symbol on the toilet, huh? Seems a little fishy to me. It's a sun symbol, but it doesn't look like the ones on the door. Damn, this toilet's pretty nasty to begin with, but the inside's even worse. Honestly, I'm amazed you could bring yourself to touch it. Huh! There's way nastier stuff out there in the world than a gross toilet. You're a real deep thinker, aren't you? No toilet paper. Toilet paper tube, huh? I seriously doubt I'm gonna need this for anything. This part of is thinner than the rest. In fact, this doesn't really look like it's part of the rest of this thing. This rod feels loose. Maybe I'll give it a couple turns. Here we go. Screwdriver shaft. Ooh, combine it with this. No. Awesome. Hey, this handle's pretty loose. Loose? You think it'll come off if you pull on it? fell off. Huh. Look at this. The handle doesn't really fit on the string. Maybe it wasn't meant to be attached to it. Handle. Oh, combine that. So if I just stick this metal rod into the handle, turn for a while, I get a screwdriver, and then I can combine it with this. If I use the screwdriver on the screw in the center of the handle, maybe I can. Thank you for the knob, and I just get a drawer without a handle. Looks like a toilet. Pretty old school toilet. I guess that makes sense though. The ship seems pretty old too. Do I have a screwdriver still? Yeah. Let's poke this thing. There's a tile stuck in the drain. There's no way we're gonna be able to pull it out. Anything on here? Man, this is a mess. It's not even a bed anymore. Can't say I'd want to sleep here. There's a dirty blanket on the bed. Anything here? Huh? What the hell? It's not opening. There's something up with this drawer. I don't trust it. Oh, get off these screws. Got it. Sweet, got the screws off. Now we can open the drawer. There's nothing in here. Well, maybe the drawer is what we need. The drawer, huh? Alright, let's yank that thing out. There's nothing on the bottom of this one. Let's put that one. I already took this drawer out of the desk. Let's put this one in there. I already took the drawer out of the desk. Okay, fuck off. Here, let's check this third room. Wow, it's dark in here. It's a sink, but there's no light shining on it. It's hard to be sure because it's so dark here. But I don't think there's anything going on with this sink. This faucet is too hard to turn. The mirror seems really high. In fact, it's so high that it's hard to see your reflection in it. Right, anything in the bottom of this thing? It's a sink, but there's no light shining on it. Open this up. Ah! God damn it, no matter how hard I pull on this damn thing, it won't budge. Guess I won't be opening this anytime soon. Doesn't look like there's got a keyhole, and it doesn't seem to be anything stopping it. How the hell am I supposed to open it? Here's a simple chair. Anything? The light's barely shown above it. Oh yeah, you can probably use this mirror to reflect the light. Now I've got to figure out where to reflect the light. Maybe if I go somewhere that's a little easier to shine light on. Or, yeah. So if I shine this light back in the mirror in the back, I get it. If I shine light on the mirror, symbols appear. The left side has a sun and the right side has a moon. I'm gonna remember this. When I shine the light on the mirror in the back, it's then a number, 47. So if I shine a light on this mirror, then I get to see some numbers. I can see a 4 on the left and a 7 on the right. 4, 7. So open this up. 14 equals E. What the hell is this? 14 equals E. Okay. Toilet paper. Still white enough for me to know what it is, even in the dark. Nothing out of the ordinary. Looks like a dirty toilet, but too dark to tell. Let's go in here. Put the knob on this thing. Sweet, the handle, I got it off that drawer, fits onto the faucet perfectly. Now I can turn the water on. Junpei, what are you doing? It's pretty obvious as now I'm running the water. I can see that. I'm asking as why you're just letting it run like that. Think about it, Lotus. This faucet didn't have a knob when we found it, right? What do you mean? Just watch. Anytime now. Hey, water's filling up. Doesn't that just mean that the pipes are clogged? Oops, let's turn it off for now. You did so. Did anything change? The water stopped flowing. Thank you, Mr. Obvious. Junpei, I'm leaving this one to you, alright? The sink's totally filled with water. I let the water pour in the sink. It would sink with the river symbol over it and it filled up. What happened over at the spring there? Probably filled up with water. Yep. I got a tile. Junpei put the wet tile into his pocket. He was about to turn away when there was a noise behind him.
What the?
You okay, buddy? He turned around to see Seven kneeling on the floor. Dropped your contacts? His face was rigid and pale. Droplets of sweat covered his forehead.
Hey, what's going on? Are you okay, man?
Man, don't die on me now!
You're sweating like crazy. Are you alright?
He was concerned. He'd never seen Seven like this before. Slowly, the other man lifted himself to his feet on shaky legs.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just got a little dizzy, that's all.
His face was pale and his breathing was heavy. His sweat was pouring off his face, just staining his shirt.
That's definitely more than just a little dizzy. Are you sure? You don't look so good.
Seven didn't answer. Half of his face was twisted, and it was distorted by extreme pain, and his eyes were glazed. Finally, he spoke.
What am I doing here?
Oh, fuck. You're all kinds of fucked up.
Huh?
His words made no sense.
What are you talking about? We opened the number 2 door and walked in here. Don't tell me you forgot.
Oh, God. He is like an amnesiac.
No, that's not what I mean.
He shook his head several times as if trying to clear something from it.
It ain't much, but I think some of my memories came back. I think I've been here before.
Huh?
I said I've been in this room before.
You were here?
Deja
when?
vu?
Why?
Aoi. Like, Nona.
What? Suddenly, Seven was mumbling to himself. They were words Junpei didn't understand. Seven's hoarse voice trailed off, and Junpei couldn't make out what he had said.
What the hell was that?
Seven's brow furrowed furiously, and he ground his teeth back and forth.
It's right there. I feel like I'm this close to remembering everything, but I just can't.
Seven stopped, frustrated. He pulled his hat off and ran a hand through his hair. Then suddenly looked up, his eyes wide.
That's right, an experiment. There was some kind of experiment going on this ship.
An experiment? What sort of experiment?
They were trying to control people. Or something like that.
What the hell are you talking about?
The fuck? Junpei didn't know what to make of Seven's story. Instead, he simply stared at as Seven continued.
Aoi, Light, and Nona. Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment, I mean. I think there were 4 or 5 more, but I don't remember all their names. Yeah, that's right. That's why I'm here.
Seven began to mumble to himself and wander aimlessly around the room. He looked confused. So far as Junpei could tell, the man was simply rambling, and there were odd twitches to his movements.
Experiment. Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Fuck,
Those
what?
kidnapped kids. Was I working that case?
Seven continued to mumble to himself about things that meant nothing to Junpei.
Huh?
Junpei didn't have any answers for him, of course. He couldn't understand what was happening to Seven. All he could do was wait. After a few minutes, Seven finally stopped.
Wait, under this bed.
He crouched down and looked under the bed. His face registered mild surprise, and he began to mumble to himself again.
The home's gone? No, maybe it was a different room. There's gotta be a ton of rooms on this boat that look just like this one.
At last, Junpei could contain himself no longer.
Hey, what exactly do you remember? Maybe you could stop talking like a crazy person and tell me what's going on here.
Seven stood up slowly.
Well, it's not like I really remember everything. I've only got bits and pieces, and they're scattered and don't make much sense.
I don't care. Tell me the bits and pieces then.
Junpei could feel it. Whatever Seven had remembered, it was important, very important.
Okay!
Seven drew a large, muscled hand down across his face. As he wiped the sweat from his brow, he spoke.
From what I can remember, I think I was a cop.
A cop?
Yeah. I was looking for that group of kids that got kidnapped 9 years ago.
9 years ago, fuck.
You remember that, right? It was all over the news.
Yeah, I was still in school. I don't remember all the details, but I do remember some of it. I think it was a bunch of kids right around my age. They all just disappeared.
16.
Nobody knew why.
Damn.
It was all over TV and the newspapers every day. So you're saying you were investigating it?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
I'd imagine every cop in the area would have been.
I guess I found something. There was this medical company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals that had something to do with those kids. After I figured that out, I managed to get some information out of somebody who worked for them. I think it was...
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Yeah, that had to been it.
Huh.
That's why I
Oh,
went to
shit.
the wharf. From the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about. There was a bunch of movement near it. Men in black suits, many of them were carrying large bags. Bags. There was something about the way they moved as they were carried. No doubt about it. There were human beings in those bags.
Jesus.
I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding, with my gun already in my hand.
Don't move.
I felt metal touch the back of my head.
Oh, fuck.
Drop the gun.
He kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull. There was nothing I could do. I did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. Then suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my neck. A needle.
Oh, fuck.
A drug. That was my last thought. My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that.
Damn.
I woke up on a hard floor. Damn it. Shit, my head hurts. Where am I? A small, shabby bed, a dirty sink, a toilet with no privacy. I'd seen it countless times as a cop. I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door set into the wall. I was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it. I pushed and pulled on it, but... it won't open. Not like I expected much else. It would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and leave it unlocked.
That's fair.
Threw
That's very
myself
true.
against the door a few times, but it wouldn't budge. I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed, and sat down. I sat there for a very, very long time. Who knows how long. Then, I heard a faint voice.
10 minutes. The fuck?
The voice was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying. But I could hear one. It was pretty high, probably a little kid. Huh? No, it was several. I hear 5, or 6, maybe more. Where? Where are they coming from? I pressed my ear to the wall and tried to listen through it. No, that's not it. Left. It's coming from under the bed? I hauled on the metal frame and flipped the thing over. And there it was. The bed had hidden an air vent under it.
Yeah, there's no
The
way
hole
you
in
fit
the
in
wall
that air
was
vent.
covered by a metal grate.
You're way bigger than that metal grate.
I dropped flat on the floor and peered through the grate. I couldn't see shit, but I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from. Hold on. Why are there kids here? But then what my inside man told me popped into my head.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I on that ship? It didn't matter. All I knew was I had to get to those kids. I checked out the metal grate. Could I fit? I stuck my fingers in and grabbed it. And then...
Oh my god.
Yeah! How do you like that, you son of a bitch?
That would scare the shit out of me.
I finally got the damn thing off. Sweat was dripping down my face, so I wiped it off and crawled inside.
And? Junpei waited for Seven to resume his story. The longer he waited, however, the clearer it became that Seven had no intention of doing so. God damn it. He had gone silent and simply stared off into the air, his eyes blank.
Hey, what happened after that?
He'd waited long enough. But Seven shook his head.
don't remember what happens after that.
God damn it.
I think I found some kind of door out of the duct. And I think I found some kids, too. Not good. Why can't I remember what happened next?
Ah, man, what happened to the kids, Seven? Did you save them?
I don't know. I don't know if it was me.
Fuck.
I've got this feeling. I think one of the kids died.
Shit.
A girl, I think.
Damn.
Huh?
Deep in his heart, Junpei felt something very cold. Seven's head dropped, and Junpei saw on it a look of sadness that the likes of which he had never seen on a man before. The large man's eyes blinked rapidly, as if he were fighting back tears and he'd swallowed hard. His sigh was like the melancholy setting of an old abandoned building. He shook his head and spoke.
Anyway, just please don't ask me anymore, okay?
Okay.
I really don't remember anything else.
After that, Junpei could hardly try to force any answers out of the other man.
It's fine. Don't push yourself. Going by what he said?
Junpei left Seven to pull himself together. Instead, began thinking everything over.
The children who had been kidnapped 9 years before, apparently a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals had been behind it all. They'd taken the children to the same ship we're on now. They'd been brought here for an experiment. Seven said it had something to do with controlling human beings. The 16 children who had been kidnapped were the subjects. Seven had said 3 of their names were Aoi, Light, and Nona. I think that's all I got. Oh, and Seven is, or was at some point, a cop. I can't really use any of this information anyway. I didn't learn anything about the Nonary game or Zero. Why were we brought to the same ship where they'd done those experiments 9 years ago?
It's weird.
And just what the heck is this about controlling human beings? That's nuts. Did they really conduct an experiment like that?
Huh. For long, Junpei realized he had spent quite some time deep in thought.
I don't have time to just stand here thinking. I need to get moving.
Junpei shook his head quickly to clear it and returned to his investigation. Thoughts swirling in his head. It's down here. Then there's a door in the back. I wonder where it goes. Thought of that. I tried a couple things, but yeah, same result. Guess Seven wasn't about to do anything. Ah, well. Tiles where you found, and the tiles here are the same size. When I touched the tiles on the door, I felt something weird. Huh? I can move these tiles. That means maybe if we swap the tiles we got with the tiles on the wall, something will happen. I suppose we just need to figure out what the strange design on these tiles mean. At any rate, we should look for all of the tiles that are the same size. You're right. Let's meet back here after we've done a thorough search. Fuck. Shit. Bed looks cold. It's got okay. I'm gonna put this back so nothing will happen. Of course. There's no way you could hide a puzzle in something that small. Yeah, I know, still. Still seems like we might try to... Huh? What's that? It looks like there's something. Huh? Look like there's something in there. Damn, no dice. It doesn't matter what angle I got at it from. I can't see anything in there. Grab a towel and put it in? Damn, no dice. No dice. Sound like something falling. What was that? I heard it too. Let's open the drawer. Tile. That's 2 tiles. Nothing in the drawer. But take it back. Interesting. So this is where the moon symbol. They probably made it so someone wouldn't trigger it by accident. That's the case. The toilet is disgusting. You don't expect me to touch that thing, do you? If you don't want to, then I'll do it. All right? This toilet is vile, and surprisingly, Lotus refuses to go anywhere near it. Toilet is vile. It's a very old toilet. Apparently, Rose refuses to touch it ever. used toilet. Well, it's old and kind of gross. Nothing suspicious about it. Second time. Third time. Fourth. Toilet is vile. Do 7. Fifth. It's the 6th consecutive time. 7. Huh? Do you hear something? I heard a loud flushing noise. No, not that. This toilet is vile, and surprisingly, she refuses to touch it. Whatever. It was in here? No. This room. Old school toilet. Probably the nastiest toilet I've ever seen. Didn't think twice about touching it. The only thing that committed an manipulate in this room is that string. Chances are they made the puzzle so someone wouldn't have triggered by accident. I should keep pulling the string then. Alright, here goes second pull. Do 4. Third. 4. There it is again. It makes some kind of weird noise when I pulled on that string. Same thing happened in the other room. That means... Oh no, don't you think it's a little suspicious that the other room gave us a hint to figure this one out? You're right. The room next door just like this one, so that leads to the dark room. This room. Maybe, you know, something will be in here? Wait, in the room we don't need the shining light anymore. Looks like a dirty toilet. It's too dark to tell. Can't just barely make out, but I can get a hold of it. Damn it! Kinda pisses me off that I can see it, but I can't touch it. Alright, it took it a couple tries, but now I've got used to string. Yes! Now I can pull on it. Huh? Doesn't matter how many times I pull it, there's no flush. Kinda feel like an idiot. I wasted a bunch of time because I was determined to flush a toilet. Sink, no light. Can I open this now? Yes, I can. 2 tiles. Tiles. Awesome. Get out of here. Okay, well, it looks like we've investigated all the rooms. The only mystery left is that door. Alright, let's crack the mystery then. We've got 4 tiles, and there are a bunch of tiles that are the same size up on the wall here. So if we replace 4 of the tiles on the wall with the ones we've got, that should open the door. Well, there's only one way to find out. Immersions. Take out all the E's, because there are 4 E's. Yes. Hey, did you just hear something unlock? Does that mean we got it right? It looks like we did. Ah, the 14 hidden on the tile. If we convert that to hexadecimal, it's an E. Basically, the E's in emergence are the 14s from the tiles. So if we replace it, that gives us the answer. Do you really care why it worked? Let's just get out of here. Yes, let's go. Thank God. Wasn't nearly as hard as that one fucking puzzle. Oh my God. That was stupidly hard.